to the Wrestle Show. Thanks for joining me. As always, please hit the like and subscribe button down below, and let's get you right to that news. This episode is basically just a Backlash prediction video. I give you my predictions and my thoughts on some of the matches, and let's get right to it. First off, on the kickoff show, you'll have Aiden English versus Ty Dillinger. Just a match. I'm pretty sure Ty Dillinger will win because Aiden English, of course, has been doing this whole whiny snowflake kind of persona since Simon Gotch was let go. And Ty Dillinger's been getting a pretty big push, so I figured Ty Dillinger will get the win here. Another match that I'm not too sure which way it's going to go because I haven't really seen a whole lot of build up to this match. I mean, I know that they've been fighting off and on. Is Luke Harper versus Eric Rowan. I'm really not sure who is going to win this match, but I would want Eric Rowan to win over Luke Harper. I kind of like his style a little bit more. Luke Harper is just a bit nasty looking for me. I prefer people that occasionally look like they shower. So I'll go with Eric Rowan just on the shower front. At least he looks clean. That said, who knows? But I'm going with Eric Rowan. And in the one match that should be on the kickoff show, as opposed to the Aiden English and Ty Dillinger match, I mean, Ty Dillinger's been getting a huge push, and I know WWE's trying their best to resurrect this women's revolution, which seems to have failed or at least fizzled to a point because they're really not booking it very well, as I see it, anyhow. But it's the welcoming committee of Carmella, Tamina, and Natalya versus Charlotte, Becky Lynch, and Naomi. Now, I don't really understand why you're having a six woman tag match in the first place. It doesn't make a lot of sense, really. I mean, there's no real factions in the WWE. It seems like right now, and this really isn't one here either. It's just three heels versus three faces that really are not connected to each other. And is Charlotte really a face? Come on now. She got beat up a little bit, but does that really make her a face? I'm going to assume that Charlotte will turn on Naomi and Becky in this match, and I believe the welcoming committee will win, and I believe Charlotte will join up with Carmella, Snuka, as well as Natalya. That said, anything could happen, but that's just my thought on the match. I really don't understand why they're even having the match on the main card. It's really gonna be it's boring. If anything else, it should be the very first match that happens. But of course not. They'll probably push it to like the co-main event or something of the evening. It's just stupid. It's gonna be boring. It's gonna take the energy out of the crowd. It's just not gonna be entertaining to me. It just doesn't seem like it's gonna be anything worth my time or anyone else's for that matter. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it'll be entertaining. Maybe some of y'all think differently. But I just find it to be horribly unentertaining. And then, of course, you'll have Dolph Ziggler versus Shinsuke Nakamura. And Shinsuke, of course, has been getting a big push, as in, through promos and things like that. And Dolph Ziggler's been down there running his mouth, about how there's nothing to prove, there's nothing about Shinsuke Nakamura that's special, and he's never done anything, except for his years of work, at New Japan Pro Wrestling and other things such as that. But never did anything. Down in NXT, didn't do nothing. No, isn't a crowd favorite. Hasn't won over the WWE crowd with hardly being able to speak a word of English, which is usually dooms a foreign wrestler if they can't speak a decent amount of English. The fans usually don't give them the love. But obviously, Shinsuke has taken over. He's kind of just taken over the WWE universe, and the fans just love him. And when I first saw Shinsuke, I wasn't all that impressed. I didn't think it was a great idea. I didn't think he was all that great. And then I watched him through NXT, and he proved to me, that he was really good. I had seen him a few times in New Japan, and I wasn't too impressed there, really. And then, after I started watching him more in NXT, I went back and rewatched some of the matches, And you kind of after you do that, you kind of see the magic that is Shinsuke Nakamura. In this match, though, I believe Shinsuke will beat Dolph Ziggler. It wouldn't make any sense for them to give Shinsuke this big of a push just to have Dolph Ziggler go over and beat him. So I believe Shinsuke will win this match. And then let's take it to the my next match, which is Baron Corbin versus Sami Zayn. Baron Corbin, of course, has been tearing apart anybody that's smaller than him. Pretty much anybody on the roster he can get his hands on, he's been beating the hell out of. And it's been rather entertaining and all. And I really think it's time for Baron Corbin to get a push. And I think he will. I just don't think it'll be this Sunday at Backlash. I believe Sami Zayn will finally get, over on a bigger opponent, and I think Sami Zayn will get the win. Of course, it could go either way. You know how much Vince loves to see the smaller wrestlers ragdolled and beat up by the bigger wrestlers and everything. But I think Baron Corbin loses, and I believe Sami Zayn will be victorious Sunday at Backlash. And then this takes me to the WWE SmackDown Tag Team titles, which is Breezango, oh dear Lord, versus the Usos. Now, the Usos haven't been getting a huge push, although they are currently the champions. They hadn't done a lot until recently with the Usos since their heel turn. But dear Lord, please let the Usos win this match. Dear Lord, the Breezango, the SmackDown champions. You want to talk about diminishing a title and making a title seem like it's not worth crap. Let a tag team like Breezango hold on to that title. Please let the Usos win this match. My pick is the Usos, although I know the way WWE does, Breezango will probably win the damn match. But I really hope the Usos win. I'd hate to see Breezango as the tag team champions. I mean, at least, Slater and Rhino were entertaining. Breezango is the most boring 80s throwback BS I've ever seen. I mean, they're not even a throwback to 80s wrestling, but they're a throwback to the freaking YMCA, song and all that crap. But, that's the WWE for you. But I'm picking the Usos. I think the Usos will win here and retain the titles. If not, Lord help us all. And then this takes me to my next match, of course, which is Kevin Owens versus AJ Styles for the United States Champion. You got Kevin Owens calling himself the new face of the U.S. and he's the best U.S. champion ever. Yada yada yada. Well, I hope AJ Styles wins this match. I'm picking AJ Styles to win this match and become your United States Champion, just to shut Kevin Owens up a little bit. So I believe AJ Styles will win this match. I'm just going out on a limb with that. It's just my opinion. Of course, Vince, though, seems to be really high on Kevin Owens, so anything's possible. It's very possible Kevin Owens wins. I'm just going to pick AJ Styles because that's who I think should win the match. I think he's done really good in securing his spot in the WWE. And I believe, if he's going to call himself the face that runs the place, he needs to have something to prove that he's the face that runs the place. And I think a little bit of championship gold, as it were, would go a long ways to proving that he is the face that runs the place, at least until John Cena returns in the next few weeks. And this takes me to my final match of the night. Now, there's a lot being said about this match, about saying Jinder Mahal's been pushed up too quick, or he's receiving too much of a push, that he's not good enough, and this or that. Well, from what I'm hearing, Jinder Mahal puts in more work than a lot of the other people are, on the SmackDown roster right now. He's one of the first in, one of the last to leave, from what I'm hearing. He's obviously putting in the work on his body and his exercise routine. He's done a really good job there. And I don't think it's really too soon for a push. I mean, one, the WWE is going into, pushing into the India market. He would go a long ways to possibly helping push into that market if he was able to win the title on Sunday. That said, I don't think Randy Orton is going to lose. I believe Randy Orton will hold on to the title, although I believe Jinder Mahal should win. That's who I think should win. You want my personal opinion. I think Jinder Mahal should win, but I think I'm going to pick Randy Orton to win because I just don't think Vince is going to put Jinder Mahal over Randy Orton on Sunday. So that said, y'all have a great day. Please come back every Tuesday, Thursday for sure. I plan to do videos every day of the week. Please check out my previous videos. And thank you, and I'll see you down the road.